Hey guys, Dwayne Estes, Executive Director of the Southeastern Grasslands Initiative, and I'm coming to you today from the Cumberland Plateau of Tennessee. I am just north of the city of Crossville. I've been up here today working on some projects. The title of today's sort of video blog is The Tale of Two Roadsides. Which one do you prefer? This past couple of weeks, we've had thousands of hits about some of our roadside posts. Yesterday in the New York Times, there was an article featuring Tennessee Department of Transportation's work to enhance meadow communities along our roadsides, and I think that's a really cool thing. I'm here on a back road in Fentress County, Tennessee, up to the north of Crossville, and behind me you can see that there's a roadside, and there's very little action going in there. Right? You can see that it's fairly routinely, closely mowed. The good news is you don't see any herbicide damage here. Now that's not the same for the rest of the road, but at least in this case, that's a good sign. But what you don't see there is you don't see an abundance of wildflowers. It's mostly just grass, and there's various reasons for that. So that's sort of one tale that I want you to look at. The second one is right over here. Come with me, and again, let's look up the road. But there you can see on that bank is a different scenario. All across the south, that bank, which is somewhat difficult to mow, those kinds of situations are increasingly being sprayed out of, maybe it's more efficient, maybe it's cheaper, maybe it's just easier to spray it with herbicide and go down the road and not have to actually slow down and mow that with a brush hog. Let's go take a look at the kinds of things, though, that we're missing over there that we get on that bank. And so you guys go with me, and we're going to do a quick tour and highlight just how important these roadsides are. Down there, the blue, that's blue mist flower, Conoclinium solastinum. And then we're going to get right up here to where everything is kind of blooming there. Right away, we're seeing beautiful narrow-leaved sunflowers. I see gray goldenrod. I mean, to me, of course I'm a botanist and I'm going to say this, but who doesn't want those beautiful golden colors right here in the heart of September? And so we've got some gorgeous plants. Here's the blue mist flower and narrow-leaf sunflower there, Helianthus angustifolius. We've got some native grasses. Mostly in here is broom sedge, but there's also a lot of little blue stem. Here's some bushy aster, Symphiatricum dumosum. We've got some rabbit tobacco, Pseudonephalium obtusifolium. Notice you got some lichen crust here, some fruticose lichens. Got native grasses like purple top are in here. I see some liatris, some blazing star, right there. That's the Appalachian blazing star. Liatris squarulosa. So I know I'm probably bouncing you guys around a little bit too much. I'm really excited by this. But guys, we are at an all-time supercritical period. We have got to start fighting for the health of our roadsides. I've said it 1,000 times, and I'm going to say it again until I'm blue in the face as I sit here and enjoy this downy lobelia. And there's a bumblebee here. I'm sick of seeing our roadsides be obliterated, and it is a feeling of helplessness as I go down the road and I see scenes that I have driven by for 20 years be completely devastated with a couple of careless acts of spray and herbicide. Now, I'm going to also mention again, the Southeastern Grasslands Initiative, absolutely we believe that herbicide has a critical role as a tool in vegetation management, in grassland restoration. There's many forms in which you just can't do it without it. And that's important to know that is still a tool. But the cases of where we ride down the road and we see just absolutely obliterated roadsides, that's got to stop. And we are beginning to have conversations with people across state lines. Several friends of ours in Birmingham who have a Facebook page called Southeastern Roadside Defenders. I mean, they've been on to this for a while now and doing some inspirational posts. I encourage you guys to like and follow their work on Facebook. We've been talking with other friends who are with some federal and state agencies, who I won't mention their name yet, but they have a lot to do with power line rights of way, for example. We've had some grants from a couple of notable agencies that I think have a sort of a dog in this fight. So we are really going to begin to work hard to form a coalition of people at a federal level, at a state level. It's got to have a lot of buy-in from a lot of different people. Ultimately, we have a hard challenge because a lot of the people that we need to influence the most is the general public. And until we can get the public to realize that, that bank, which has been sprayed with herbicide over there, doesn't look as good as this flower-rich scene behind me. And until we get people to realize how beneficial this is for pollinators and birds and a whole host of other things, we're going to have to get a lot of members of the public on board with appreciating this. I don't know how we do that easily, but we need your help. So continue to like and follow us on Facebook. Spread the word, spread the message. Sometimes just simply sharing what we do, even though I know I'm very long-winded and I can come on here and talk and preach for days and days. But last week we had 30,000 interactions on our SGI Facebook page. That kind of reach and that kind of support is important. But I want to see 150,000 interactions in a week. That's what we need. Guys, thank you very much for your time. Continue to do the right thing and watch for these remnants yourself. And y'all have a good day.